we're going to go ahead and move on to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or hate it. Yeah, buddy. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we give you a couple topics and give you our opinion. If we like it, maybe we love it, maybe we absolutely hate it, ladies and gentlemen. But that's just how we feel. And Will, I'm coming to you first. Ron Rivera is not giving players time off during the bye week. How you feel about that?
Mixed between I like it a little bit, but I also hate it. I like a little bit of the fact where, like, Ron's setting a message. We have, you said, accountability. And he's basically saying, you guys have not earned this weekend off. You have not earned the right to go vacation and get away from here. You know, y'all are playing god-awful, and we need to right this. But I don't like it because we do need to be getting healthy, and they do need to be rested. And so having them come in the building, you know, if they're going through practices, you know, we really need to just get some rest and get our guys back up there. But I do like the fact that I hope they're hearing the message, like, this is not acceptable. 2-6 is not acceptable. What you're doing individually is not acceptable. What we're doing collectively as a team is not acceptable.
Yeah. Ab, what do you think?
I love it. Like, honestly, what do they need a vacation for? They've been taking the whole year off. What do they need vacation for, bro? Yo, they play like they ain't got no worries in the world, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you, Ron, like, and to me, I think Ron Rivera already is coddling them anyway. You know what I mean? So why do you need a vacation at all? Like, to me, Ron Rivera should be like, look, y'all ain't fitting to embarrass me in front of Brady, man, because y'all need 2 weeks to get ready for this man. 2 weeks. You see Brady on good defenses. Baby, get that in a second, okay? Brady on good defenses is putting up 4 touchdowns on them. So against us, man, he finna embarrass us. And then Gronk gonna come. They're on a bye week too. Gronk is gonna come back too. Oh, bro.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh, Gronk alone's gonna have 5. I'm just trying to, like, this is gonna be dumb, man. Like, it's not even gonna be funny. Like, Ron Rivera should be getting in their asses more than he is. Like, to me, I really thought he was gonna be more hardcore than this. But you see him just so chill on the sideline. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see him lose his mind. I want to see him, like, see some emotion in this man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Act, like, look like you care.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to hear they're about they look all right to me. I don't see what you guys see. What?
No.
Bro. You know he's he's doing that Belichick shit where keeping it in-house and everything like that. I don't like that.
Right.
So to me, y'all get no vacation. Y'all took the whole year off already. Stay your ass at home and learn this playbook.
Yeah. No, I love it. I absolutely love it. And then it goes back to what I said about going to the game earlier today and feeling that energy. I hope Ron Rivera is coming into that locker room, knocking over Gatorade containers and saying, play, this is some crap. It's time off. What? No, you need to be practicing on top of practicing on top of practicing, okay? Because at the end of the day, like Ab said, the schedule outside of Tampa Bay coming up, it's winnable. I mean, with everything that's happened, we're talking Panthers, we can do. Seattle, we can do. The Raiders, and then we got the divisional game. Now, Dallas, we've seen what they do, but we could split one with there. I mean, we could potentially go 6-2, if not 7-1 in this last little stretch. And I think that's the message that he needs to get over to him, that's saying, hey, listen, button down, focus, forget about what happened prior to this, and get it together, because we have a stretch that we need to pull it out. If we want to salvage this season, we need to sit here and step it up, and we need to be refocused. We absolutely need to be refocused, man. So, yeah, they haven't played any type of way to deserve any kind of time off, in my opinion. So I love this. I love that.
Let me add to that too. Just because you're not letting them leave for vacation doesn't mean you're hardcore practicing them into the dirt kind of thing. Okay, so like to me, injuries. We're a banged up team. Like we're a very banged up team. To me, that doesn't mean you can't have walkthroughs. Doesn't mean you can't have those pads only practices in shorts and everything like that. Sean, we did it several times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where we had practice in the gym and we were just shorts and helmets and shoulder pads. So everyone. I know this isn't the likeliness of like I know people are gonna like I see Nate shitting on it in the comments, but to me I just don't think it could just simply be like mental, just like you guys need to study, da 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 da. Y'all need to read defenses better, da da offense is better, da da da. Like you get what I'm saying? Like it's like football 101. It could simply be that. It just means you aren't letting them go for a week and messing up. You know what I'm saying? Because we already seen what it did to old boy on the West Coast.
I mean, I honestly, I think that's it right there. It's the focus. We need to refocus. And I think he's telling them that, look, get your head right. You're not going to go take this time to go off and vacay and do all these different things. Even if we have to be in here day, like you just said, look, we've been through COVID. They have the virtual meetings and all that stuff. So we need to be meeting, period, every day. If it's film study, if it's just in the training room, making sure all the bumps and bruises are getting healed, if it's being in the building just to sit here and look over some stuff, we need to be reconnected and get back on that right page, and we need to get refocused. We absolutely need to get refocused, man. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move on and like it, love it, hate it. And Abs, I'm coming to you first. Oh, go easy on him, Abs. Like it, love it, hate it. Chris blew it. 1 of 3, 2 blocked, and 1 extra point. How you feel about this, man?
You got the bleeping, like the bleep, like, man.
Is this on tape delay? Edit?
Right. Dude, I don't like this man as much as I don't like Del Rio. And I'm trying to tell you, bro, is that maybe we could have, like, think about it. If we made those 2 field goals, it's a 1-point game. And maybe, I know football situations and everything like that could happen, blah, blah, blah. But essentially, let's just say that it's a 1-point game. And it would have been a different ball game. It could have been, we would have played the game a little bit differently, da, da, da. And to me, I just think this is a shame. It really is a shame. I wanted Hopkins gone, but not for this Bama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not one bit. This dude is straight doo-doo. And I hate him. I hate it. I hate all of this, man. And it's just like, it really, really makes me wonder what Ron Rivera is thinking, or like what's going on in his head, or what's going on in the front office that they picked this guy to be our kicker, you know what I'm saying, over Hopkins. Like, you're supposed to step up, not step back.
Yeah.
In the middle of the season, you're supposed to get better, not start over. And to me, I this is unexcusable, man. Like, to me, this guy's never kicked before in the league. His first team, like all this other shit, this is crazy to me, man. How do you get 2 kicks blocked in a game? Some kickers don't get 2 kicks blocked in years spanned.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Years. And this dude does it in a game. And it's mind blowing to me, man. It's so crazy. This is some garbage, man. Like, it really looks like we're vying for a top 5 pick. It's almost like we're shitting the season away. And it's like, I don't even know why they got us excited if this is what the attempt is. It's because we didn't make any moves in free agency. We didn't make any, we didn't make any moves before the trade deadline. We barely made any moves in free agency. Like, it's almost like we literally was just trying to shit away this season and look forward to the top pick to trying to get a quarterback. And I think Ron is doing a damn good job of trying to get that done.
That's crazy. That's great. I'm gonna just say the elephant in the room. Look, there is no bigger red flag when going for somebody to acquire somebody for a clutch position than having their last name literally be Blewett. This is a position that the guy that we had before was missing kicks. So we need somebody clutch because we're in a lot of these tight games, and the man's name is Blewett. The first thing that every one of us thought when we heard, oh, we signed Blewett on our practice squad was like, what? Why are you trying? That's just trying to sabotage. That's a horrible omen. Like, why? What? So look, and if you looked at both the kicks, honestly, I'm surprised it didn't hit our guys in the back of the helmet. I mean, it was
so low.
Right.
So low.
It was so low, and it was like, dude, did you even get the ball off the ground? Like, what are we talking about right now?
The main field goal didn't even get halfway up the uprights.
Well, right. So that's why I'm kind of like, man, I mean, and you can't tell me y'all didn't see this in practice or y'all didn't see, I mean, hey, look, and Ab, we know how those the kicker practice, sometimes there's nobody rushing them. They're just sitting there, and all they got to do is make 1 or 2 kicks, and then they go back to playing and hanging out.
They're chilling with their helmets off, like, right, and like probably don't even have their shoulder pads on. Like, that's how chill their practices are.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. I absolutely hate that we have this guy. If this is, we got to get better than this. We're going to talk about that a little later. But Will, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's had 3 of his 5 kicks in the NFL have been blocked, it's showing he's got consistency here, and it ain't good. I can't imagine, and all the times, because this guy came in and came out on the practice squad, and in for tryouts. That how did we not see that this guy kicks a low ball? How was this not noticed? And like you said, in the last couple games, we've needed every point we can get, and we're not getting it. I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't happy when Dustin Hopkins was released. Not because I didn't think that we needed to have some accountability on him, but because in the middle of the season, I'm not really sure what else you're going to get better. Mm-hmm. And at the time that we cut him, he was 7 of 8 on field goals. He was kind of turning some of that around a little bit, and I didn't think it was a good idea to cut him. I think we should have had competition at training camp. Mm-hmm. I think there was way too much complacency on our part with him in allowing him to fester these misses and it not matter, But once the season started and you're inconsistent and missing big kicks and getting a gift from Dexter Lawrence of the Giants, it's too late. We're in the thick of this. We're in the season. We're not getting these young guys. But the fact that Blewett has been out of college for 5 years and hasn't gotten a chance to kick anywhere, like this is the guy,
Yeah.
So I mean, they haven't announced it yet, and it's not that big a deal this week. But man, I hope we bring in somebody else next week and we kick this guy to the curb. And honestly, one of the Nathan mentioned the guy Lambo. I saw Joey Sly just got cut by I think the 49ers. He kicked for the Panthers and Virginia Tech. You know who I'd rather have at this point? If we're gonna have Blewett on the roster, go get me that Ravens practice squad kicker, Jake Verity. Go get me if he's been sitting behind Justin Tucker, hearing what Tucker does, because kickers in this league they're not good anyway. If you don't have Tucker or Bucker or I think even Dallas now with Greg the Leg, there's a couple elite, and then they're all kind of around that 85% range.
Yeah.
Now, they're going to make 3 or 4 kicks. They're all going to miss one. So they're all kind of not very good. But so let's get a guy who sat behind one of the elites. Because Tucker's almost worth a first-round pick for some teams.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. He
Yeah.
can save you and win you games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to. Shout out to Anthony on Zagnet Productions saying, told y'all as soon as I heard his name. Yep. We knew it. We absolutely knew it. But
Wait, tell us shit, man. Like we knew it already ourselves, man. Shit. You didn't tell us shit.
Called him out.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We already knew it. Don't say I
You're right.
told you so when we
Look at that.
agreed.
Look at that.
Already knew it ourselves. Shit.
Yo. I can dig it. Oh, man, I can dig it. All right, Will, coming back to you. Recently, Jalen Smith was released from Green Bay. He plays linebacker. We definitely have a need at that position. What do you think, Will?
I don't know. Like, why did Dallas cut him middle of the season, having a good defense, with the defense playing well? Why did Green Bay just cut him after signing him with the defense, their defense playing well? So, I honestly, right now, if we're already 2-6, I'd rather give Jamin Davis as much time on the field as we can. I'd rather see Khalik Hudson get some playing time out there, and let's see what we have in house before we really need to go out and get somebody. Personally, It's like, let's see what we got, because if it's worse, if we do worse, we're only going to set ourselves up for a better draft pick then. So I don't know. I don't think I'd go after it.
No, yeah, I think it's kind of almost untouchable, because it's sitting here like, yeah, Dallas, who had, like, even your point, exactly what you said. Dallas on the rise, they let him go. Mid-season, it's like, okay, Green Bay on a winning streak, they're letting him go. Their defense showing up, so it's kind of like, all right, what's really going on with him? Because we know how good he is, or at least how good he's played. So I'm just like, look, we got the people in-house. Take care of what we can take care of. Let's do what we got right now, and kind of, I'd have to do more research on looking into him. But right now, if we don't have to, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
We got someone on Facebook says he sucks in open field coverage. We already have that covered. We don't need to add another linebacker that can't cover an open field.
Yeah. Now, hey, I'm sending it to you, Ab. But before I do, Anthony returned with why Ab fussing like that one angry uncle at the cookout?
Because you gave me that burnt rib. That's why. Shit.
Look at Ab looked at the plate and looked up.
You gave me that burnt hot dog and then told me to shut up. Like,
right. Move on, right? Yo, man, Jalen Smith getting released. What you think, man?
Man. So to me, it's I don't know which is worse. If getting released by Dallas or getting released by Green Bay. I think Green Bay was the worst move, though. Getting released by Dallas, that's a suspect, because that's like a money move, too, because I think they still owe a lot of damn money to this man. So, like, to get rid of him mid-season is kind of, for that reason, it was just, even though they knew that they owed him so much money. Now, Green Bay, I don't understand. Like, maybe he just didn't fit with the locker room. Maybe that's what it is. But they said they only played 2 games, and one of those games he didn't even he was a healthy scratch for, or something like that. Or he was there for a month and was a healthy scratch the last game, and that's just kind of insane to just think about. You know what I'm saying? A healthy scratch, and who did Green Bay play last week? Arizona, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have used all the help that day. Right. I mean, they won, but it was a really, really tight game. So it's a concern to be released after being picked up. So that means that you aren't the person that they signed up
Right.
for.
Right.
You aren't that dude. Like there's something going on that's not being broadcast, something that you're hiding. I think it's a Todd Gurley thing, man. Like early thing. You know what I'm saying? Like how he's able to get on the team, but then once he's on the team, then the team realizes like shit, we made a mistake, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's and so to me, I think we do sign him for real because we have no other options, man. There is not, and especially if we're going to make this second half run, I say we sign him. There's nothing like to me. There's no downside to this. If any, we sign him to a veteran minimum for the rest of the year, and honestly, at worst, he's a backup. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like that's to me, we can't lose anything from this. So we sign this man, please. And for cheap, and honestly, hopefully, he can just do something different than what we already got.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. And Ab, I'm coming right back to you. Moving on to the last thing on Like It, Love It or Hate It. Montez Sweat suffered a fractured jaw. I'll put that in there. Versus the Broncos, out roughly a month. Ab, what do you think?
What's Montez Sweat suffer fracture? Okay. Shit sucks, man. Like honestly, it's just like once you're low and they keep kicking you, this is one of those things, man. Like we already offensive line jacked up. Now starting to cross over to our defensive line. Ouch! Like I am not for this at all, man. Like I told you, man. Like when we first I was disappointed that we didn't do a fire sale by trade deadline. Honestly, why is trade deadline like just? I feel it's always so early in the year. Like, why isn't it like later? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of just hurts me. But it's just crazy to me that we can do anything at the trade deadline. That should be a topic. My bad. But Montez Sweat, this hurts. I digress. Baby girl, stop. Okay, I digress. My bad. This hurts us. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a run. Thankful this is right before bye week, so it doesn't affect any games for 1 week. And so there's not a lot you can do for a fractured jaw. Like there's no treatment, there's no PT, there's like, you get what I'm saying? Like there's not a lot you can do for a fractured jaw. So
yeah,
it's just rest. And honestly, thankful this is the right in time for the bye. Like sometimes you'll heal faster, but sometimes you don't, you know? So this sucks, bro. It really does. Montez, if anybody was doing anything, it was Montez Sweat.
It was him.
So,
Absolutely. Will, yeah, what do you think, man?
Well, it sucks because he is one of our starters along the defensive line. We could really use him. He's actually pissed me off all season, to be honest with you. Maybe I haven't gotten over the COVID stuff, you know, and his selfishness. But this is the dude who brought up breaking the sack record. And he's got, what, 2? 4?
He's got 4, yeah.
He's got 4. And he thought he was gonna break 20 this year.
Yeah.
You know, dude, you're not even gonna get 10 sacks, you know, with the pace you're going. So, you know, and now it's, you know, you're hurt, so you can't jump on the dude when he's hurt. But I don't know. It's like, yeah, he's been just a part of the whole defensive unit that's just been nothing but disappointing this season. And, you know, and obviously getting hurt and not being out there to play is a detriment to us because he is a good player. He is just has not produced this year.
Yeah.
Yo, Will, why you act like 8 sacks ain't shit?
Who's got 8 sacks?
No, I'm saying, like, so you're saying at this pace, then he won't have 10 sacks. So, but at this pace, that means he'll have 8 sacks though. So
It'd be decent. It'd be decent, but he's the one saying we're going to break the record. He's talking 20. He's not going to be at pace for half of that shit.
I think a lot of people are on that hype, don't you think? At the beginning of the season, hell, we were on that hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were like, "Oh yeah, man!" Like, I mean, we were being paid by the team, kind of shit. Like, like we were on that hype chain too. So, like, to me, I think eight sacks. People think because you don't get 10 sacks, then you're not shit. But 8 sacks, especially 8 sacks consistently, like year after year, is a pretty damn good job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say that like between the two of them, both him and Chase are having down years. That's pretty much a given, right? We can agree on that. I still see Chase making more plays in the run game. To where while Chase may only have 2 sacks, he's making other plays out there. He is making disruptions where, and part of me wonders, like, are these guys down with their numbers because they did come in overhyped thinking, hey, look what we did last year. Look what we're going to do in year 2. And then they're not working on their craft and folks have figured out ways to stop them and they're not adjusting. And so that's kind of where, like, that's why I'm frustrated with him because this is year 3 for Sweat. You know, he's been projecting. I would have thought he would be doing even more. And if you're getting 8 sacks a year, you're being consistent. But is that worth big money now? Is that what we're expecting out of a first round pick?
Right.
Or are we really expecting a game disruptor, someone that they have to game plan around and who makes big plays? So otherwise, is he just expendable to move on?
Right. Well, look, yeah, and I hate this, but I mixed on why, because half of the reason is like half the way I'm like, look, we knew he wasn't gonna get this crazy number of sacks. He wasn't gonna dominate like that. There was nothing from last year or the last 2 years that told us that he was gonna break this amazing record this year. But then the other part of me is kind of mad at myself for believing that hype. You know what I mean? Like both of them getting 20 or 19 sacks, something like that. It's like, really? I mean, we would have to be really blown out. And we did. Hey, Ab, you're right. We did feed into it. We did start saying, you know, we discussed it on this show. That very comment that he said he was going to get 19 and 20 and they were going to break the sack record. But that it's not happening. And now after this, you know, look, at the end of the day, 8 sacks, 10 sacks. If we ain't winning, it don't matter. You know what I mean? We got to get the W. And right now, this sucks because he was the second in sacks on the team. You know what I mean? With 4. And between him and Chase Young, they have like 5.5s. I think Chase Young has like a sack and a half. You know what I mean? Up to this point. So this is it, when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? We don't need him out, but like you said, Ab, bye week, perfect time. Hopefully, glad it's now and not potentially if we're on a run towards the playoffs and then he gets out. Maybe he can come back.
What's the expression? Beat a dead horse, like kick him in while he's down. One of them dumbass things. This is what this is. Like, right.
Salt in the wound.
We all said all year we have no defensive depth.
Yeah.
We can't afford either one of those 2 guys to get hurt.
Yeah.
And one of them just did.
We thought we would be doing better when this happened.
Yep.
Wrong.
Yep. Hey, but look, ladies and gentlemen, go back to the videotape because we absolutely did say that. We said the depth was going to be an issue. We said if one of our top guys go down, it's going to be an issue, ladies and gentlemen. We've been telling you this from the off season. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. We got something good for you. We got something. So I absolutely love it, man. That was the last topic on like it, love it, hate it. Man, look, at the end of the day, it's our bye week. All right?